Hello and welcome to Tipton County Pulse. This is the program about what's going on at the Tipton County Museum, Veterans Memorial and Nature Center in Covington, Tennessee, and elsewhere in Tipton County. I'm Barrie Foster, Director of the Tipton County Museum. Today my special guest is Joseph Mack, Director of the Covington Sports and Rec. Thank you. Park and Rec, sorry. Welcome, Director Mack.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You haven't been in your job very long. Tell me about some of the changes you've made, but one of the biggest changes I've noticed is you've lowered all the rates. Tell me about that.
Right, we lowered the rates because we wanted to add more opportunities for more people in the community to come out and participate and get access to Sportsplex, the pool, and allow people in some of the lower income brackets to participate in some of the programs that we have. So in addition to lowering those rates, we also added or included all of Tipton County in the residency rate. And we also added a summer program for kids where we have one small fee. If you have a child, they can swim all summer long from the day school lets out until the day school comes back in for $60 a month. And if you have more than one child, we do a whole family for $90 a month. So we did some pretty interesting things with our rates.
Now, I've heard you say in the past that your rates are very, very competitive.
They are. For example, normally if you go to one of the commercial gyms in the area, you'll pay about $35, and that's per person. Our rates include your entire family. So we're actually a lot lower than a commercial gym in the area, and we are the only gym in the area that offers a pool with our package too.
And your pool is year-round now.
It is year-round, yes.
That's great. Now you're talking about children. What youth sports programs do you all offer?
Well, right now we just kicked off our youth basketball season, and we're currently starting, or we've already started sign-ups for youth soccer and also flag football. So we're going to be doing soccer and flag football simultaneously in the spring, and we've already started sign-ups for that. So, and we recently just got invited to submit a grant for the Michael Phelps Foundation.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to be submitting our before the middle of next month, our application for that, and with that comes some swimming programs, some healthy eating programs. It's a partnership really with the Boys and Girls Club. They take the kids that belong to the Boys and Girls Club, and he has a program called the IM program. So we're going to submit an application for that. We just got the invite last week.
Wow, nice. Yeah, keep us posted on that. What upcoming events do you have going on right now? What would you like to let everyone know about?
I think one of the fun events coming up is we have a couples spike ball tournament. And if you haven't seen spike ball before, Google it.
Spike, take a look. S-P-I-K-E ball?
Right, that's it, spike ball. Basically, it's a game that's played with a net that's about the size of this table, and it sits about that high off of the ground. And you use a little ball, it's only about that big. And it's kind of a combination between volleyball, but you're using this little net, and the idea is to spike the ball off of the net, and then the opposing team has to spike the ball into the net. Now you can spike the ball into the net, pass it to your partner, and let your partner spike it into the net. It's a fun game, and I think it's played in groups of two, so I thought it'd be great for couples to come out and play and participate. So we're looking at giving prizes for first, second, and third place, but it's also for a very good cause because we're donating a portion of the proceeds to the local Boys and Girls Club.
It sounds like older people can engage. This isn't like regular volleyball with jumping and stretching.
No, this isn't a jumping, sprinting thing. I mean, you can actually play the game anywhere from 5 feet in to the net, so you're not running around.
So you're basically stationary.
Right,
okay.
Right. And you can and you may go to when you get to the website, you may see some kids playing on the beach, and you might see diving and all that, but that's not necessary to play the game. This game can be played by children, seniors, everyone in between.
Okay, that sounds like fun. Any other upcoming events?
We do. We have a few Division One baseball players, college baseball players in the area, former college baseball players, and they want to do a baseball camp, a youth baseball camp. So they're going to be doing a baseball camp here in March. And in addition to that camp, we have just registered to host a Major League Baseball home run derby for little leaguers. I don't know if you're familiar with the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, but during the All-Star Game, you'll see a lot of kids out during the home run derby, and they're out shagging fly balls. Well, those kids are the national participants in the home run derby. So what we're going to do is we're going to host an event here, and if the winners of that, they go into a regional competition and then the national competition if they get that far, and the national participants end up at the All-Star Game. So we'll be doing that in conjunction with our youth baseball camp.
Neat.
So that'll be fun.
Neat. What are some of the things you have in mind that are going to be happening in the future?
We have some pretty interesting things. We have quite a bit of property. I don't know if the people in the city are familiar with the Newman property, but it's a large piece of property that belongs to the city. And one of the things that we're looking at doing is putting an obstacle course on a portion of that property. And the cool thing about obstacle courses, they're fun, everyone likes them, but now there's lots of competitions out there. I don't know if you're familiar with which one, Bullfrog, with those races, Spartan. It's another race, and basically they're obstacle course races, right? And you can do them a few ways. You can do them in teams, where one person runs one part of the obstacle and another person on the team runs another part, or you can just have one person run the entire obstacle course, and it could be timed. There's a whole bunch of fun things that you can do with obstacle courses, and it gets people up off the couch. And I think it'd be a great idea for us to do that.
Is that a permanent thing, the obstacle course, or is it up for a short period of time?
The great thing about all of the obstacles are, they're mobile. So you could actually build one, and I've gotten with some of the local Boy Scouts, and they're really interested in building some of the actual obstacles. But you can take them down and pick them up and move them. So it's great for that property, because when we look to develop and do something else with it, we can just take it and move it to a different section of the property.
So if you were just somebody by yourself wanting to train and everything, is that something you could do on your own?
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good. And let's see. And here you have bike paths and trails.
Yes, a part of that property is it's in a beautiful portion. It's kind of almost smack dab in the center of the city. So if you think about where Cobb Park is right now, if you're running along that trail, that property that's really on the outside or inside really of that trail is the property I'm talking about. I think it'd be great for bike ramps, those kind of things. And the way ramps and bike courses are laid out now, you can build courses for kids that are on training wheels, where they're kind of riding their bike through, small barrels and those kind of things, and they're going up very small inclines and coming down. And then, of course, you can take it all the way up to the BMX level with a bike course. So I think that property is primed for something like that.
That's on the Newman property.
On the Newman property.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good.
So just kind of thinking out of the box kind of stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people see a property like that, they think, multi-sports complex immediately, and that's great. But there's so many other things out there, and I think the more things that we think about that we could possibly do with it, not to exclude the sports, but also to include the people that don't play the traditional sports, give them something to do that where they can also enjoy the property.
Nice. Well, thank you. Now I'm going to tell you just a few things that are coming up at the museum. We have our new exhibit out in the floor called Tipton County, Our Rich Heritage, that features Miss Hattie Yarborough, and a lot of you probably know her. She's a local teacher, historian, and an artist. On January 21st, here at the museum, we're going to have a free seminar on public speaking that is hosted by the Tipton County Master Gardeners. That will be at 10 a.m. here at the museum, Saturday, January 21st. On January 24th, it's a Thursday night, I believe, we are having a reception to meet the new artist in residence, Richard Reed, from 5:30 to 7 here at the museum. Richard will be here, and it's a free event. Gardening series is coming up every Saturday in February here, 10 a.m. every Saturday, different gardening lecture. I will be teaching watercolor botanicals for 4 Tuesday nights, beginning January 31st from 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday evenings. Then we are celebrating Black History Month here at the Tipton County Museum. We are going to be honoring Miss Hattie Yarborough with a reception in February on Thursday evening, February 16th from 5:30 to 7. And as always, our Veteran of the Month reception is the second Tuesday evening at 6:30, and Director Mack and I both have Veteran of the Month mugs. On the back, it's showing the Tipton County Vets Council logo because they co-sponsor this event with us. And thank you for watching, and thank you, Director Mack, and we'll be seeing you at the Tipton County Museum.